I'm going to tell you exactly how I had a clean 4 a.m. month back in 2019 that was specifically caused by one thing that I've learned that anyone can adapt. I literally went from sleeping from 8, 9, even 10 a.m. to 4 in the morning without question. And this has actually been proven because I've been tracking my sleep hours day in, day out. Now, if you wonder who I am, my name is Maciej, and I am the CEO of mindacademy.org, where we teach people how to code. And I have nothing to sell you because this video is not about coding. So if you stick to the end, I'm going to give you this exact realization, this exact strategy that I used back in 2019, and I used that to build my entire business. If you can't stick to the end because you're too distracted of a mess, it's not going to happen. Sorry about that. Now, subscribe to this channel because I do run ads to every one of my subscribers, and I'm going to give you all of my courses that we have completely for free every single week. A couple of you guys are going to see it. The only way to see it is if you subscribe. So how did I start? Since I am known as the most talkative YouTuber of all times, of course, and I'm also known as the brightest guy with the brightest LED lamp, it all started back in 2019 when I was lying in bed about to have a procrastination session. And I was actually listening to this one guy, and it made me think for a while. He said the following. He said, the demon that you think it's pulling you and everything that's happening and all these mentalities that people have, oh my God, this is happening to me and that is happening to me. This dark force pulling your heels is you. That's right. It's not me. It's not, it's not the president. It's you. It's not the weather either. It's not our friends. It's not your parents. And I just woke up very early the next day, and I kept at it for pretty much 3 months. That was the cleanest time of my entire life. No distractions. I just worked. How did I came there? How most importantly, how can you sort of take that lesson? Number one, you have to understand that processing lessons is a somatic and emotional experience. Okay, you cannot watch YouTube videos and then think, oh, it's nice. Okay, how to wake up early, how to have a morning ritual, how to not masturbate for 30 days, for God's sake. You cannot process the content on YouTube using your logical mind. It's not going to work. Your logical mind is going to say, thank you very much. And then it's going to shut down at the right moment where you need it. It's not going to come back online right after the fact, right after you have eaten that cookie, or it's been 11 a.m. and you're still in the bed. Then it's going to come back online. It's not going to come back online when you need it. So how do you actually trick your brain to get your conscious, logical, and rational brain online at that time where it needs to be? You have to learn during your emotional and somatic processing. Now, this is confusing as hell, and let me explain. You have to take in lessons in a way where you sort of feel it in your body, and you have to almost imagine that experience. So for me, where I heard that guy speaking about the dark forces and characters and guns and stuff like that, I closed my eyes and I imagined myself, sort of not doing the things with my life that I wanted to do. And then I imagined myself actually working on my passions, working on my vision. And I had these two distinct perspectives, one which was very painful, and I let myself meditate on that pain. I did not escape that pain this time. First time in a long time, I didn't escape that pain. I was just like meditating on it, sitting down, closed eyes, and like, okay, what's the experience of you fucking up consistently day in, day out? Okay, pretty bad, right? Now, on the other hand, okay, what is your experience not screwing up and actually working on a vision? That feels better. Good. Let's take in the lesson. I process the lesson somatically. That means body. Somatic is in the body. So I had like a bodily experience, bodily sensations, and then I combine it with emotions. Because at that very time, when the alarm hit, the brain is offline. The part that needs to be online is offline, and the part that is online is your emotional brain, right? And the change will always happen when you get into that emotional state. You make change there, and then the alarm hit the next day, and I woke up and I saw the alarm, but sort of my awareness was connected with my somatic processing from the day before. Where this can go wrong, why people screw this up, right? Because, okay, I sort of explained, so you have to sit down, visualize, feel in your body 2 different outcomes, right? How can this go wrong? You're going to have resistance. You're not going to be open to learning. You're going to be judgmental, as most people are. As most people that even take my courses, my coding courses, we have, pretty much 100% people start a course, but not every single one, unfortunately, reaches the end. People drop off, right? People have all these prejudices. You have to understand you are a human being. Okay, I really don't like today's societal label. I don't judge. That's bullshit. You do judge. The only way for you not to judge is you not being a human. Because judging is a human experience. And unless we have edited our genome, which I don't think is going to happen in that century, maybe, but certainly not today, unless that, you are going to have a human experience being alive. What a pleasure to be a human being alive. So including that, it is the judgmental part. And it is not a bad part. It is not a good part. It is just a part, right? One thing that I could use, one thing that I found very helpful was coming from the book called Psycho-Cybernetics. Really great book. Highly recommend you check it out. And the guy said at the beginning of the book, reserve your judgment. I'm not asking you to not judge. I'm asking you, read this book and reserve your judgment throughout reading. And that works for me, quite fun enough. So I may as well share this with you. Say to yourself, I reserve my judgment. I'm going to judge by the end of this week. I'm just going to try this out. For 3-5 days, see how it goes, and I'll reserve my judgment throughout that time. So you see what you're moving. You're essentially tricking your brain to not go against its own nature, but instead you're saying, okay, great brain, hey, I need you to sort of be open-minded to learning so that the resistance is low. And then at the end of my experience, you can come back online with all that judgmental crap and you can tell me whether or not my time has been well spent. And I'll tell you straight up, after the first day that I actually got up at 4 in the morning and I had a morning ritual. Before I couldn't have a morning ritual. First time, it was just such a profound change that there was no judgment. I just felt released. I just felt free, and I felt naturally drawn to continuing. So to summarize this video, a change in your life, if you want to trick your brain, only occurs at the somatic and emotional level. You can't logically read a book and logically do the steps, like do the magic steps. It's not going to work. Your brain is going to get offline when you need it. You're going to screw up, and then it's going to get back online. It's going to bring you a lot of shame, a lot of judgment. No, not a good experience. You have to take in learning. You have to internalize change emotionally and somatically, right? And I've given you a specific exercise. Close your eyes, imagine current experience, how much it sucks, sit on it 10-15 minutes, and then sit on the other hand, imagine the good experience. So I hope this video is helpful, and I hope that tomorrow you motherfuckers will be up at 2:35 in the morning chasing demons around the apartment. And I want to again invite you to become a subscriber because I run ads to this channel with a lot of free content, and the only way you're gonna see it is if you subscribe. So let me know in the comments how you like this sort of YouTube style. I'm the CEO of Mind Academy, and I just wanted to start a YouTube channel because a lot of people are broken, and I don't want you to be one of them. And I also found in my practice that people who gotten results learning code, they had nothing to do with code. They had a somatic, emotional experience where that led to a series of changes. Okay, there was an identity shift. They grew into almost a different identity, and then they were able to take in the coding lessons. Here is how to write this. Here's how to write that. Right? Same as I explained, you can't really use it logically. Enough talking. I don't want to repeat myself. This has been Matt here. Check out the comment section. Drop something cool. Smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video very soon. Thank you.